What's going on, guys? Welcome back. My name is Leland, bringing you another live stream. We're going to be talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum. If you guys want to see a TA on any of the coins of your choice, feel free to make a minimum contribution of $10. You can do that in the form of a super chat or a super sticker. If you would like to do it, you can do it through the OneUpCoin link down below. You can send me crypto instead. I get 100% of those proceeds. The super chat, the super sticker, I only get 70% of it, and you know, YouTube takes the rest of the 30% after that. But just getting into Bitcoin over here, Bitcoin doing beautiful things. Beautiful things. You can see we're between the 618 and 786. Let's go to a 4-hour chart right now. You can see once we got that pop up above that 618 over here, we came back for the retest, and then boom, we came straight back up, hit that 786, hitting a little bit of resistance right now. I bet we're in some kind of consolidation pattern as we bounce between the 21 EMA and that 786. Time is just going to tell where we are going to be going with Bitcoin, but currently looking pretty good. If we go ahead to the daily and we look at our MACD, we are about to be having a cross right here. Going to be starting to print green on this histogram. I bet when this new day happens in about, I would say about 2 hours or so, we're going to go ahead and start printing those green bars on our histogram, and I believe price movement is going to start to be moving up. It's kind of weird though, because like I was talking about in the previous live streams, we do have this hidden bearish divergence that you guys already know of, but the price action is moving up. So are all of the indicators going to be negated? Is it going to matter what's happening, what the indicators are telling us? I don't know. I really do not know. It's just kind of weird, but an area that I do want to see Bitcoin get above is going to be this previous all-time high. I think once we can break and get above and turn that $60,000 into support, then we can go up to the golden mean ratio over here, which is going to be about $65,000. Expect some resistance at that area, but nevertheless, if we break out of that, that's what I'm really going to be looking for next. That's really good for altcoins, and you can see the Bitcoin dominance chart right now is just hanging on by a thread. Really, it's just wanting to break down, kind of insinuating this alt season that we kind of already saw at the beginning of this year going into March before we had a little bit of a consolidation phase. But you can see we've just been hanging down here at the Bitcoin dominance. But once we break, we close candles and we get that retest above that 60 area, about 60% area, then next support level that we have down below is going to be 56. So breaking that would be really good for altcoins. That's something that I am going to be looking for as Bitcoin dominance is going to be continuing to dwindle off, or maybe not. Let's say Bitcoin dominance just start going right back up. Well, the next area of resistance we have is 67%. Possibly we could even get above that as well, just depending on what's happening with Bitcoin. But Bitcoin is on the verge of a super cycle. We haven't even started that super cycle yet. And you can see on our Pi cycle right here, our Pi cycle is really close to being crossed. We know in the past, we go ahead and we go over and take a look at the BLX chart. The past with the Pi cycle has told us the market cycle tops. You can see right here, once that green line had got above that red line, that predicted our market cycle top back in 2017. That was the 20,000. Actually, it wasn't 20,000. It was 19,800. Let's round up to whole numbers just for the sake of rounding. You can see previously in the past over here as well, the Pi cycle predicted the top over here for these bull markets. This was a kind of a two-wave structure that we had going in to 2013, and just before ending there in 2014, another market cycle top. I'm thinking, that's my prediction, I really do think we're going to be having some kind of double wave kind of thing that's going to be happening within the Bitcoin chart, but who knows? I mean, really, who knows what's going to be happening? What's up, chat? How you guys doing? Welcome, Crypto Kid. Thank you for coming back. Good to see you again. We got K-Pill. Hello. Welcome. Jose, what's up, dude? Should I buy tomorrow? Should you buy what tomorrow? That's the question. And who else we got in here? We have Lazik. Hello, Lazik. What's up, dude? How you doing? Good to see you back here, man. Jeremy, yo. Always saying with the yo-yos, Jeremy. We got Benny. Cody, got a new face in here. Turn your mic up a bit. Is it too quiet? Because I feel like It's already pretty loud. Is my mic, is that a good volume? I can turn it up if you guys want to. If it's too low, how's that? Is that a little bit better for you guys? Let me know if the mic is not up to par, if we need to Carl says turn it up. Okay, let me know if that's any better. I could definitely turn it up if you guys need me to turn it up. It's about half mast right now. Really? Okay. Let me know if that's any good right now, Carl. Really appreciate that. What's up, Max? Thanks for coming in, man. It's my moderator, Max, right there, taking care of business as usual. Way better. Yeah, it's the gain little set. There's like a little setting on the bottom that it can turn that sometimes it just gets turned on its own. It was all the way up the other day, and I was making a video and the gain was just up like crazy. What's up, Dan? What's up, dude? How you doing? Hey, you're welcome, man. I really appreciate you. Thanks for coming by. So let's go ahead and let's go back over to Bitcoin and take some predictions. What are we going to be doing here pretty soon? This is a pretty good week for Bitcoin so far. We kind of knew that was going to be happening. Hey, what's up, Deb? How you doing? Thank you for the 5, man. I really appreciate that. Hey, can you cover Chainlink? Hey, Deb, go ahead and read the description down below. It is going to be a minimum of $10. So if you go ahead and you throw in that extra 5, we'll go ahead and take a look at Chainlink if you would like. But I thank you for the $5 contribution. Really appreciate that. So negative momentum moving to the upside on Bitcoin, but showing the hidden bearish divergence as well. I'm in an indecision, man. I really don't know. Okay, we know what's going to be happening with Bitcoin, but just on the daily chart right here, it's messing with my emotions. Are we coiling up? What's happening? I know we're in a kind of an ascending wedge right now, which is typically a bearish pattern mixed in with the hidden bearish divergence. It's kind of letting us know we should be dropping, but that's not the case at all. We're just kind of hanging out in this area, getting real comfortable between this $50,000 and $60,000 area. $60,000 being a major area of resistance that we're going to be looking forward to be getting a break. Now, if we get above $59,360 and we get that retest right there, I think it is safe to say that the next targets that we're going to be able to go up and hit is going to be the $65,000, the $70,000, but coinciding with that is going to be our 2-year times 5 moving average. And let me get rid of some of these EMAs so it doesn't get too confusing. Let's get rid of everything as well. Hey, thank you, Deb. I really appreciate that. Absolutely. We go ahead and take a look at Chainlink, adding it to the list right now. Thank you so much. So let's go ahead and everyone who watches the live stream, hey, what's up, Abraham? Thank you for the 10, dude. I really appreciate that. Can you do Harmony? Definitely. People want to take a look at OneCoin doing some great things. OneCoin doing beautiful things. But you can see that we're going to be having some resistance as we previously had resistance over at the 2-year times 5 moving average. We went up and hit $58,000 and we took a bit of a dip. That was a pretty big drop, 28% drop. And I think we're going to be playing with this area for some time until we get above it. But when we get above that 2-year times 5 moving average, Ringo, hello, what's up, man? Hey, new faces I'm seeing in here. Well, I guess new names. Thank you for the 10. I really appreciate that. Should I buy Stellar Lumens soon? You know what? That's a really good question, and we're going to go ahead and add that to the list so we can check it out. But the 2-year times 5 moving average in the past has been an area of resistance that we've seen. Whoops, that's the wrong thing. It's been an area of resistance that we've seen in the past that just held us down for a long time. I mean, weeks. It held us down for weeks. You can see in our first attempt over here on June 17th, we tried to go up and hit that times 5 moving average and we got denied. We tried doing it again over here and it took quite some time. Still couldn't do it, got denied. Had a 40% drop from this high right here down to that high or that low over there. Even still coming up over here very hard, but look at the duration, look at the timeline that we had. Once we got above it, we turned it into support. That's very clear. We turned it into support over here and we dropped back down, but it didn't take too long for us to recover. Getting back above it, turning it into support, that timeline, right? So November 6th all the way over to January 15th, only 2 months we were above that line. So I'm not too eager to get above. I mean, based on previous data, you know, it's not going to happen exactly. It's not perfect, but it is something that we're going to be looking for, something that we're going to be comparing to. We know that's an area of resistance, and hopefully when we get above it, we can stay above it for quite some time before we hit. Hey, RP and Co, welcome back, man. Good to see you in here. Thank you so much for the 10, dude. I was going to say Tang. You want to see a new Tang? Yeah, man, let's go take a look at Newtang. I'm actually feeling a little bit better about Newtang, and I'll show you why here in a second. So yeah, Bitcoin, like I said, we're going to go ahead and start moving on over to these requests since we have some already coming in. And so, yeah, I'm going to be expecting resistance over at that $70,000 area. Anywhere from $68,000 to $70,000 is going to be an area of resistance. Nevertheless, we're still putting in a newer high. Newer high is going to be really nice. And we'll just see where that goes. Everybody wants Bitcoin to go up. That's exactly what we want for alts. If we want alt season to come in, that's what we need. We need Bitcoin to be shooting up. Hey, what's up, Andrew? Hey, man, thank you for the 15. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate that. Want to take a look at Band? You got it, man. Band Protocol, for sure. Adding it to the list right now. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you guys and all of your support with the channel that you guys have given me. I really appreciate that. Okay, let's go look at... Where's Chainlink? I had Chainlink in here. Boom. Man, it's been a while. It's been quite some time since I've taken a look at Chainlink here. And let's see what's going on. This is on a daily chart right now. We had a fib extension or a Fibonacci retracement set up. Currently, you are in a consolidation pattern right now with an supply line. I want to put that supply line somewhere about right there. Looks like you are coiling up. Let's get rid of this. Let me just take a look at this consolidation pattern and kind of see what you're doing. Am I seeing anything abnormal? That might have been some kind of head and shoulders pattern. The shoulders are pretty high on there. Nevertheless, it looks like it came back and had the recovery and then broke that neckline if it was a head and shoulders pattern. Typically a very bearish pattern within the markets. That was on a daily, but nothing too bad, nothing too extreme. Where do I want to take that? I want to take it from here to about right there. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Wow. So you're approaching the apex of this triangle. I guarantee if I go over to the indicators, we're going to be seeing some indecision areas, some indecision happening within the MACD, just kind of moving sideways. Oscillators are also hanging out in the middle right there as well. And check out your RSI smack dab in the middle. This is typically what we like to see when we are in a consolidation pattern. We are looking for that breakout to the upside, so not really much information that's going to be giving me there. Okay, let's take some measured moves and kind of predict where Chainlink is going to go. Very strong project, very bullish project. I'm not looking for any movements to the downside whatsoever. This is a very bullish formation. 60% of the time, we do get a breakout to the upside. So that is what kind of measured move I'm going to be looking for. Let's go ahead. What we can do is we take our measured move from the top here and we can go all the way to the bottom right about there. And you take it to your predicted breakout zone. And I'm going to say at the apex, that would be the apex of that triangle formation right now. And that next move to the upside would take you to about $45. Currently sitting at $27. That's no joke. That's a pretty big move. I mean, if we're talking about buying, taking entries today, that's a 60% move to the upside, but you never want to trade within a pattern. You also always want to get that confirmation. Let's come up, break out of it, get that retest, and then confirmation right there. That is where you want to take your buy. But if you're like me, where you kind of already know where the markets are really going to be going, we're in a bull run and you want to take a little bit earlier of a position, that's up to you. That's up to you. That's kind of consistently what I have been doing. So let's go over to a 4-hour and I want to see what's happening on the 4-hour. What are our oscillators doing? What is the momentum doing? You know, and it kind of really doesn't matter at this point because like I said, we are in a consolidation pattern. I'm not seeing any bearishness whatsoever. I'm not seeing any overboughtness, just kind of sitting in the middle. Okay, so looking at that, I want to go ahead and I want to say, okay, this is the line that we're going to be looking for. Let's go ahead and get rid of our support. And let's take out a fib extension so we can kind of see exactly where we are right now with Chainlink. Okay, so this is kind of what we're doing right now, but you know what, before I do that, I want to go to a daily because I didn't really get to see if there was any sort of, and I want to look at the MACD specifically. MACD specifically, what are we looking at? Okay, so technically on the MACD, gosh, and it's so drawn out, I really want to go from the most recent one. Do you see how this high right here on the histogram is higher than this one down here? And with that price action took us over here to about $23. And this lower one actually took us to the peak over here as well. Typically, that's a very that's very bearish. That's called hidden bearish divergence, seeing that negative momentum moving to the downside like that as price action is moving to the upside. But crypto likes to throw some curveballs at us, and sometimes we have to take these things with a grain of salt. You notice that in Bitcoin, we have the same thing. We had some hidden bearish divergence, but we're still moving to the upside. I mean, we are in a bull run, but also what I'm looking over here is I am seeing some negative momentum moving to the upside, about to have that cross right there. Like I said, you are very close to the apex of the triangle, so I'm thinking that you're going to be having a breakout to the upside, and I really do think we can go up and hit that $45 area. That $45 area is going to be taking us between the 1414 and the 1618 over here, but the true test of where you really need to get above within this Fibonacci, let's move this over a little bit. There we go. The true area that you want to try to get above is going to be that the 618, excuse me. See how the 618 never really caught as support? You just coming up and hit it as resistance repeatedly. Once you can get Chainlink, and you're not too far away right now, you're sitting at that 27 right now. Let's try to go ahead and let's break above the 1618. That $30.82 is going to be a critical resistance for you to get back above. Let's negate that hidden bearish divergence that we were looking at on the daily, and let's show that that negative momentum that was moving up on our histograms is going to be playing out. Let's break out of this formation. I think you can start to get excited for when you see somewhat of a breakout, looking at right about there. Okay, and that's going to be at your 50% retracement. Your 50% retracement is going to be the $28.91. When you can start coming up here and start testing against that support line. Oh wow, hey, thank you, man. Thank you, speaker, for the 20, man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you for that super chat. Do you want to take a look at a coin? I know you can't really add any text with the super chat, so go ahead and let me know, speaker, if you want to take a look at any TAs for the coin. But dude, thank you so much. Wow, 20, that's great. So that's what I'm really going to be looking for in Chainlink. I'm going to be looking for you to be breaking above $28.91. I think once you can do that, we're going to be starting to head over here to the 618, try to break over 30, and then really the true test is you want to get back into this zone. Get into this zone, get really comfortable. I think that's when you're going to start seeing Bitcoin. When Bitcoin starts going up towards that $65,000 range area, that's when you're going to start seeing all these other coins move as well. They're not going to be as explosive. Bitcoin is going to be taking the show, but nevertheless, a lot of the money is going to be flowing into these altcoins as well. Might not have a huge pump initially, but that is what we're going to be looking for. If you guys have watched my channel before, this is the area. Get between the 618, 786 over here. Looks like a little briefcase. Come above $33.54. Get that resumption. Once you get that resumption right there, dude, you better pack your freaking bags, because you're going up. You're going up, and you're going to be going up much higher. Huge gains to be made in Chainlink. But let's see. Like I said, we're still in this formation over here. We still need to check out where we're going to be going. Wow, my computer is acting really weird today. We still need to break out of. Okay, let's talk about possible scenarios of the downside. I know you don't want to talk about it, but it's important. You're approaching the apex of the triangle right now. If we get that move to the upside, like I said, we're going to be hitting $45. Let's take a measured move from the top to the bottom right there, and let's just say we get a breakout to the downside. That's not very pretty. That's going to be really ugly. That's going to be taking you down to about $10. I don't think that is going to be happening. I really do not think $10 is going to be something that we're going to be looking for. Chainlink is a very big project. We're in a bull market. We really are in a bull market right now, so I'm going to be looking for that breakout to the upside. Okay, so are you happy? Is that good? Hey, what's up, VIP? Welcome back, man. Thanks for coming to the live stream. Hydra, please. The staking on KuCoin is placing 180%, and the coin has gone from $5 since last week. Really? You got it, dude. Let's take a look at Hydra, adding it to the list right now. We got some coins to get through, so we're going to go ahead and start chugging along here. We have our supports, we have our resistances, areas that we're going to be looking for. Let's get a little bit more data. I'm probably guessing within the next day or two, you're going to be having a breakout with Chainlink. Hopefully that breakout is going to be going to the upside, and just remember those levels that we talked about that we need to confirm, turn into support, and then we'll go from there. But so far, not looking too bad. Not looking too bad. Just a nice consolidation pattern, like a lot of things are doing right now. A lot of things. Let's go ahead and take a look at one coin. Harmony coin is going to be down here. Jesus Christ, man, this thing has just gone crazy. Wow, that's absolutely insane. Okay, Harmony is showing me some bearishness. I know you guys can see this very obvious. You're starting to lose your momentum. 12 and 26-day moving averages are curving out. And it's time, man. It really is time for you guys to start taking a break. I mean, it's just absolutely insane how much you guys have pumped. You can see you've been overbought for quite some time. You need to take a break. Actually, you do have momentum on the RSI that's way down here. Wants to move to the upside. I think that's going to be some very temporary, very short-term kind of play. But nevertheless, man, you're looking at the same chart that I'm looking at, and it's time for a correction. It's time for a correction. And you know what? That wouldn't be a bad thing. It really would not be a bad thing. What I would like to see is this histogram on the green right now. We start printing these light green candles, we start moving to the downside, and we print an even deeper red histogram over here. That will be setting you up for hidden bullish divergence as price action's moving to the upside, negative momentum is moving to the downside, and that will be setting you up for a nice consolidation. It'll be ready to move right after we have those movements. It's going to take some time though, man. That's not going to happen overnight. I'm probably going to be looking at about a month, 2 months before you can finally fully finish out that red on that histogram over there. So, like I said, you've been overbought for quite some time. There's a level that you really like to come up here and you like to hit before you have a retracement to the downside, and that is about right there, about the 87 on the RSI. You can see multiple times where you've come up and you've hit that and you've had a correction. It went down below to the 30. Those are the times to be buying these coins. When you get below that 30, when you get below the 30, that's the pickup zone. I can show you exactly why that is the pickup zone. You can see that where he came down, we hit the 30 over here. This was previously during the liquidity crisis back in March of last year. Went down and hit that 30, and then all this movement to the upside, just a consistent movement to the upside before you became overbought again right there. Move that back up to the upside. Same thing over here. You became overbought, or you were overbought. Oh my gosh. You became oversold over here on the RSI, and you had a little bit of a run up, but nevertheless you were showing on the MACD a little bit of bearishness. You could see that your histogram, the red, was actually negative momentum, was kept moving to the downside. You had this green, or I'm sorry, the red histogram right here, and it dropped even lower. But then after that phase happened, after that consolidation phase, a lot of coins did this. They kind of cupped out, just like Orchid and Numeraire. What else? GRT kind of did a very similar thing where we had a cup and handle. It was actually, yeah, it was a cup and handle formation that we had on GRT. So everything kind of went through this consolidation phase, but nevertheless, buying at those levels below the 30 is a great pickup area. Very good pickup areas. I would be really nice to see one coin come over here, get below that 30. That is when you know you're going to have that buy. You'll be putting in that negative on that histogram over there. So let's talk about where we could be possibly going to the downside. You did catch that. Let's see. Wow, you've gone up so much, and these things get really hard to chart once that happens. Let me get rid of some of these old TE lines over here. They actually played out and actually look really good. Maybe we can still continue to use the same Fibonacci. You're sitting at $19 right now, trying to go, I'm sorry, 19 cents right now. You tried so hard to get above 20 bucks. You just couldn't quite hold it. Those candle closes just got the best of you. So what I'm going to be looking for is going to be a retracement right back down to the 11 cent area. I know that's really scary. That's like a 50% drop, or nearly a 50% drop down to the 4618 over here. So we're looking at about a 40% drop. It's much needed right now, my friend. You're very overbought. The stochastics are off like crazy. This thing has been on a run, and it's been doing it really quickly too, man. I mean, we're talking about a month here. Yeah. Just a little over a month where you've gone from 1 cent all the way up here to the very top. That's 1,200%, dude, in a little over a month. It's time to take a bit of a cool down. It's healthy for the markets. It's exactly what we're going to want to see. I don't foresee us coming down and touching the 2618 over here. I believe you will catch support, even if you did break below the 4618 right there, about 10 cents, almost 11 cents. So I'm going to be looking for that 11 cent, 10 cent area for Harmony Coin to be coming down and retesting that, putting in some kind of consolidation pattern before we can even attempt to be moving up further. I believe by probably, like I said, another month, maybe 2 months of that happening, then we could start seeing movement to the upside. So looking a little bit bearish right now. Not too bad. That's just on the short term. Very, very big project, something we're going to be looking for. So be careful. Be careful. I would not be taking any positions up here right now. No way. No way. It's just way too high. What's up, Lakers? What's up, man? Yeah, I love Chainlink too, man. Chainlink is really good, especially because it coincides with GRT. It's just like these indexing protocols that we just need. We really do need them. Sean, hello. Glad I caught you live today. Hey, well, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Crypto Kid. Oh, yeah, okay, never mind. And wow, new faces in here. Thank you guys. Thanks for coming in. If you guys are enjoying this content, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. And let's go ahead and move on over to Stellar. What is going on with Stellar right now? Do I have this up here? I believe I have it in my list down here. Stellar, let's see. Wow, having huge resistance over at 42 cents. Couldn't quite get above it. But the nice thing is wow, I haven't looked at Stellar in quite some time. And we have this support line draw in from quite a while ago. You can see that that was a really good support level for Stellar. Bounced off that 35-cent area. That's kind of what we were looking for, kind of what we were expecting. And the reason why I put that in, it was literally because of this wick way back here, back in 2018, July of 2018. You can see that that was a very good area for us to get above, and we've gotten a bounce off of it. That's good. You finally broke that resistance. You're above it, and it's looking really bullish right now. Go over to the daily. Look at the daily right there, and oh, beautiful, dude, beautiful. Oh, wow. Okay, so prolonged consolidation mixed in with the negative momentum moving to the downside, hidden bullish divergence as well. Price action moving to the upside as your negative momentum is moving to the downside. Very bullish, having that island right there, a small island followed by a really big island. You see that right there? That's really bullish. Okay, we're really bullish on Stellar right now. Currently sitting at the 51. You're in a consolidation pattern right now. So like I said, you're going to see kind of some of these indicators kind of move to the side, kind of in the indecision area, kind of determining where we're going. But just based off looking the daily right now, you do have two green bars that you were printing, and you had your cross. So that's very bullish. Looking for potential upside with Stellar right now. Like I said, that 42-cent area was previous resistance for you in the past. Just couldn't quite catch that as support. You got above it over here, but you never turned it into support, never confirmed it. You can see previously in the past over here that it was resistance. When you broke through, it came back down, and that was support right there. So that is going to be a crucial area that we're going to need to see Stellar breaking out above. But what kind of pattern are you in right now? What kind of, do we have a line here that we can put in? Where is that? I'm comfortable with that right there. So you're approaching it, and what's really good, like I said, very bullish, is you're hanging out above the resistance level. Hanging at that resistance level is very bullish when you are in some kind of consolidation pattern like this. Whether it goes to, we could probably, yep, right there. And you can see that that was a very crucial line for you in the past, as you held it as support over here, then broke down. It was resistance. You got back above it. It was support, and ever since it's been support as well. You're at the apex. You're waiting for a breakout right now. And like I said, given on the daily chart right now, you had your cross. That's a very bullish cross. You're starting to have that momentum moving to the upside. Very bullish. Lots of room to the upside, especially on that RSI. Not even overbought at all. So that's going to be coinciding with the 42-cent area. So the 40, let's just go ahead and say 41 cents to 42 cents is what we're going to be looking for in the short term. Go ahead and turn 42 cents into support after that. 45 cents, then 50 cents. 50 cents is going to be a hard resistance for you to get above. You can see how you played with it over here with the support and the resistance previously in the past. So, but once you can get back up into this area on your Fibonacci retracement between 50 cents, was I saying dollars? I hope I was saying cents. 50 cents into 54 cents, that's going to be the area. Once you already break out of here, get the confirmation, you start taking off, this is the buy zone. That is exactly where you want to take a buy, because the breakout that we're going to be having out of this formation right now is going to be taking us much higher. We go ahead and take a measured breakout move. Let's say that breakout move happens over here. Well, that's going to be taking you to a new high. You'll definitely be taking out this 60-cent high that we had back here, approaching over at the golden mean ratio, which is going to be 65 cents. That is the breakout target. We'll save this chart, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to keep an eye on it to see if that is going to be happening. I feel very confident about it. I say if, but I really should say when. when that is going to be happening. It's going to take some time. You've been in this consolidation pattern for well over a month and a half, like a lot of things are right now, and everyone's really excited right now. This is very good for April. April's looking like it's going to be a very good month for Bitcoin and crypto pretty much all around. That is a target area that I'm going to be looking for. But initially, like I said, get that breakout, get that confirmation, and then we can start talking about coming up here and hitting that area, especially as we start breaking through that 50 and 54 cent area on Stellar. Currently looking really bullish. Really bullish. Stellar has some of the lowest fees, some of the lowest gas fees. I love to use Stellar when I am transferring crypto or if I'm exchanging crypto. I go ahead and I use Stellar for that purpose just because the fees are extremely low. Extremely low. So looking really good. Hope you were enjoying this content so far. JB, hello, what's up, man? How you doing? Get labs while I'm still in here, under 10. We could take a look at it, man. We definitely could take a look at it. ETH, is it the time to buy? I hold 60% of my bag in Ethereum. I'm such an Ethereum bull. It is not even funny. If it's any coin that I'm extremely bullish on or something that I'm really rooting for, it's Ethereum. And it just, I mean, I just go ahead and I could show you that with my bag that I have. It's most of my bag. I'm super bullish on Ethereum. We can talk a little bit more about that later, but let's go ahead and let's move on over to NuCypher. Okay, doing things over in NuCypher. I was charting this today. I was looking at it, becoming pretty impressed with the amount of movement that I was seeing over here. So in the live stream yesterday, we were still sitting below that 50-cent area. I'm sorry, 55-cent area. I wanted to see NuCypher come back above that 50 cents, get that confirmation, which we did right here, and go over to a 4-hour. Oh, technically we haven't had that confirmation at the 55-cent area, so it's very possible that we could still go right back down to that 50 cents before having any resumptions up. But look at these wicks. Look at these wicks that came up and hit that 236 at the 68-cent line. That's going to be a crucial area of resistance that we're going to need to get above. You can see that when we were over here, and let's see, it was support all throughout here, and we couldn't quite hold it. We finally broke down, and then it became resistance. You can see it's resistance again right now. What I was really looking for is for this to get above that purple trend line. That purple trend line does go back quite some time. You can see that that purple trend line was starting at the beginning of the year, and we held that for support really well all throughout here, and it's being played out even right now. You can see it's being acting as resistance. So this purple line is something that I'm going to be looking for in the future to see if we can try to get above it. So you can see that we wicked above it, hit that 236, and no dice. We're getting rejected. That is okay. I want to see us come back down. Let's turn 55 cents back into support. If we cannot hold 55 cents and we start breaking down below, I am going to be looking for 44 cents, possibly 45 cents, maybe a little bit lower in that range, because we're going to be coming down and hitting the support line in this broadening wedge that we have going on. Typically with a broadening wedge, it's somewhat of a it is a bullish pattern. And if we go ahead and go over to the daily, you can see we have finally had all this negative momentum moving to the upside on our red histogram right here, and we finally printed our first green bar, getting that bullish cross right now. Momentum moving to the upside. You were down here by the 30. You weren't quite at the 30, but you were at the 33, 34 area on the RSI, and you were starting to have movement to the upside. So this is the hope that I was talking about in my previous videos. I think NuCypher does have enough energy to try to attempt to get above this, but we're not going to start changing our tone about this until we can break that purple trend line. We can come over and initially get above the 68 cents on our Fibonacci retracement. That's going to be the 236 line. Once we can do that, I'm going to start changing my tone and be like, okay, GRT, okay, NuCypher, this is looking really good, and I'm actually probably going to be taking positions once we can break all of this hard resistance within this area. But until then, it's looking better. I'm not going to say it's looking good, just based off of all that selling. Look at that green wick that we had. Really big green wick. We still have an hour and 37 minutes before we do close that candle right there. So let's see what happens. That's a lot of selling. I don't really like it, but given the indicators and our MACD and what it's telling us right now, you know, it's telling us that we're a little bit bullish, but I'm not having a whole bunch of conviction. You can see that our volume is starting to pick up. We've just kind of been hanging down here for quite some time, and we are starting to move to the upside with that green bar that we printed today. Well, technically it's not fully printed. We have an hour and a half still before it gets printed, but nevertheless, that's good. I still have hope. I still have hope. I still love New Cipher as a project, but I need some more convincing. So those are the areas that I'm going to be looking for. We have our supports, we have our resistances, and what we are going to be wanting to look for. But not terrible. Not quite terrible anymore. So hey Robert, hello, how you doing? GRT, Stellar, STMX, ETH, and Aave. See a lot of good projects within there. Definitely. Ethereum will explode next month. I'm expecting huge things for Ethereum, guys. Ethereum is kind of one of those sleeping giants right now. When I mean sleeping giant, it is a giant. I have a predict. This is going to 10x this year. Ethereum is going to 10x throughout this entire year. And we're going to start seeing massive moves to the upside, massive gains as we see more adoption from these big companies like Visa and Amazon Web Services starting to implement their blockchain within their infrastructure. And it's just massively bullish. We're going to go ahead and take a look at Band Protocol next. If you guys are new and you're just joining us right now, if you would like to see a TA, it is a minimum contribution of $10. You can do that in the form of a super chat or a super sticker, or you can go use my 1UpCoin link down below. You can actually donate in crypto, and the screen, it'll pop up on the screen. It'll tell you, or tell me what kind of coin you guys want to take a look at if you're kind of uncertain about some coins. For the price of lunch, you can have a TA done by me. And if you guys are liking my TAs, you like everything that I have, and you want to learn how to do this, go buy my book. Links are down below. You can go buy it in Amazon, or you can go buy it in Barnes & Nobles, Walmart, Target, Powell's Bookstore. This book is amazing. It's going to be teaching you the basics and getting into learn how to trade like me. This book has all my favorite indicators, my patterns, charts that I use. I actually put a lot of things that talks about Bitcoin and blockchain and just kind of understanding crypto as a whole. So go buy this book if you want to start learning how to do TA. I'm going to show you how to do TA through the live streams, but this book is going to show you why, and you're going to have an understanding for it. If you're really tired of losing money, if you're really tired of not knowing when to buy the bottom or when to sell the top, go buy this book. It's $12.95. It's very cheap on Amazon. I believe copies can get there within the next 4 days. If you live in the States, try Barnes and Nobles. If we are sold out on Amazon, we've been sold out on Amazon for quite some time, but I think we still have a few copies in there before my printer has any more. So looking really good. Like I said, links are down below for all of those sites right there. So let's go ahead and take a look at Band Protocol is what is going to be next for us. Let's take a look at Band. I have the one pulled up on Binance. Very good chart over there. Wow, being held. Oh, wow, you're in between the 786 and 618 right now. Still really bullish, but you fell below that trend line that we had drawn in over here. That's okay. That doesn't make me bearish at all about it. It just means we have just a little bit more work until we can get this. So let's go ahead and extend this out just a little bit more. What's really bullish about Band Protocol right now, guys, is we talk about this all the time. You're between the 618 and the 786. These are the last stages, the last tests to be showing us that we're going to be going much higher. Once you break above the 786 over here and you can confirm that first support, confirm that 786 as support, it's going to be $14.74. I'm going to go ahead and say $15 because that's going to be a psychological resistance. These things are going to be going in increments of 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Those are psychological resistances that traders are going to want to be seeing. But your previous high that you had over here on Band right now was $17.87. You put in a lot of work. You broke through a lot of really hard resistances, doing really good, putting in a consolidation pattern right now. You're just kind of moving to the side. What are you doing? Where are we going? And let's see what's going on. Beautiful, beautiful. Negative momentum moving to the upside. Wow, you never have that hidden bullish divergence play out. Hidden bullish divergence, negative momentum moving to the downside as price actions moving to the upside. You did have a cross, but you're in a consolidation pattern. So notice, like I said, when you're in a consolidation pattern, you're going to see this within your MACD where we just kind of move to the side like that. And you're going to be sitting smack dab in the middle with your RSI. So we are currently in a consolidation pattern. It's not very pretty, but I want to see what that kind of looks like right now. That looks like maybe an ascending, broadening, or descending, broadening wedge. I think I'm comfortable with that. It's pretty flat up here. It's not perfect, right? TA is never perfect, but we could probably do something kind of like this right here, where we're sitting between, yeah, I believe that would be a descending broadening wedge. It isn't a downward matter. You are on your third leg up. You did have a double bottom, somewhat of a double bottom over here and here as well, and you're starting to test that resistance. This is typically where you start seeing a breakout pattern or a breakout within these kind of patterns, once you can, which is beautiful because that resistance line, this supply line that we're looking at, is coinciding with the 786. Once you break above that and you can test that support for that supply line and the 786, you're gone. You're going to be taking off, dude. We're going to be looking at targets, 16 cents, 7 cents, son of a gun. $16, $17, $21, $23, $26, and $41. That is what I'm going to be looking for next on Band Protocol. I know this is not a very huge market cap coin, so these movements are not out of the question. This is something that we are going to be looking for, and especially because if we go over to the daily and we take a look at the MACD, we do have that. We have the hidden bullish divergence that never played out. It still hasn't played out, and it's just been consolidating to the side. But at the same time, you have negative momentum moving to the upside. You can see that you have this really large island on the histogram followed by a smaller island as well with that bullish cross, and you're starting to move to the upside. A lot of potential, a lot of room for Band Protocol. I really believe April is going to be a really good month for crypto, and that's when that is when we are going to see these newer highs going to be moving to the upside. Everyone calls me dad in here. I am a dad, but I'm not your dad. But hello. Welcome, Seth. How you doing, dude? Welcome in here. Robert, what's up? StormX is solid. Yeah, we looked at StormX actually a while ago, and it was looking pretty good. So, Band Protocol looking bullish. Actually, ultra bullish. It's looking ultra bullish right now. I'm really impressed with what I'm seeing on the charts right now. Oh, you know what? You might be putting in some kind of ooh, okay, this would be interesting, all right? Let's get rid of all this. Let's say that this might be a potential inverse Head and Shoulders, because that's very possible. That's very possible. You can see that we do have our left shoulder, our head, and if we got one more test to come down to this 618 and we start coming up, dude, you kind of want that. You kind of want that. So it could be a descending broadening wedge or an inverse Head and Shoulders, and you can take that breakout target. We go from the top of the head all the way to the shoulders, which is going to be that 786, and we take it to the breakouts, which is going to be that 786, and look, that's going to be taking you past $17. That's a lot of moves away from currently right now up to where that's going to be going. That's 28%. That could happen. That might happen. So be watching out. If it does come back down here and you get the resumption off, man, I would be leaning in really heavy at that point, as we are going to continue to form that right shoulder. But nevertheless, like I said, we're ultra bullish. It's looking really good. I need to go take a look at this actually, because I might want to take a position within this. It's going to take a little bit more time. I'm thinking maybe a few more days, maybe a week. If we can come back down and do that, if that happens, definitely going to be leaning in towards that a little bit more. Hello, Johnny. Welcome. Speaker Songs asks, you know what? I had the music on. I know some of you were saying that you couldn't hear the music initially before. I don't know why it's not working. I was going to have to do a reboot, but I mean, currently I'm listening to some tunes right now. I wish you guys could hear it. Hey, thank you for buying the book, man. I really appreciate that. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. All you I'm sorry. I don't know how to read. I can only read charts. But anyways, we're going to be moving on to another coin over here. I do have Hydra that we are going to be checking out and looking at next. How's the weather over there for you guys, man? It has just been snowing, but the next week here is going to be like 60s. I got my bike in the shop right now. I get it back in a few days, and I can't wait to go hit the trails, man. I found a new trail. Hey, Greggy, what's up, man? Welcome back, man. Good to see you. Thank you for the 10. I really appreciate that. Greg says, Leland, TA on MTV. Are we going to go look at what was it? The actual MTV, like the network? No, I'm just joking. MTV. So we got Multivac, please. Low cap, a blockchain that is up 1,000% plus in the last 6 weeks. Holy crap. Are you kidding me? Sounds like GRT. Holding a bag of 1 million coins, and it's been popping. 1 million coins. Wow. I mean, it depends where the price is at, but it sounds like you're leaned in pretty heavy over there. Okay. Definitely going to be adding that to the list. We got MTV. Let me just add the multivac just because I haven't heard of it, and that way I know what to be looking for. Thank you so much, Craig. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. All right, let's go ahead. Let's go take a look at Hydra. I have 2 exchanges, HitBC, BTC, and KuCoin. Let's see which one I like. It's just going to be kind of dependent on the chart. Is this a newer coin? I hope this is okay, man. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you this right now. I don't mean to be rude or anything, but what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do here, man? This is just going straight up. We have like 3 weeks that has just been down, and it's just been going parabolic. Jesus Christ, dude, this thing was under $1. This thing was under $1 over here, and it's at $23 right now. That's crazy. Okay, no promises. I'm going to try to do my best on doing a TA on this, but when I don't have that much data, my friends, and it's just kind of moving straight up, I don't really know what to tell you on what's happening with something like this. So kind of some of the first things that I am seeing that this coin likes to do, it likes to have a nice little pop and then kind of come down and then have a pop and then come down, have a pop, and it kind of consolidates and has a pop, consolidate, come up, and now you're kind of shifting that tone. You're looking to the side. Like I said, man, I'm going to do my best. I don't even think we have any data over here for this kind of thing. Yikes. Is this the right coin? Who requested Hydra? VIP requested Hydra. Okay, man. I'm going to do my best. Okay. I don't really know what to give you. I'm going to have to go to a smaller time frame here to see any possibilities in trying to chart this. You're not gonna like it though. I'm telling you right now, you're not gonna like me charting this. Currently overbought like crazy, But what is nice about Hydra is you know that you love to come up to this level before you start having a retracement. You can see over here, not all the times, but most of the times when you've come up and you've hit that 90 area, approaching that 90 on the RSI, you can see that right there, right there, right there. At least these 3 times that happened back here that you went straight down, you went to the 30, that would be the time to be buying. Overbought over here, went down to the 30, time to buy. Over here, boom, went all the way down to the 30, time to buy, because it became overbought really quickly over after that. You didn't quite approach it with this one, and you didn't quite approach it with this one. But what is interesting with that as well is when you didn't approach those overbought territories heading up towards the 90, you did fall back and you hit a support level with Hydra. You came back down and you hit this support level right here. And you, like I said, you didn't come up and quite hit it. Same thing over here. Came up here, didn't quite hit it, and you came back down and look at the support levels that you hit over there. So that's really good data. That's really nice to see as a trader, because you kind of know what support lines you want to stay above and where you're going to be hitting. So currently you're overbought right now. 100% of the time in the past, this has shown us when you've gone overbought and approached that 90, you're going to be coming down to the 30s. So be watching for that area on the charts. It would be a very good pickup area for you to buy. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at the MACD. Like I said, you're overbought right now. You're having your momentum. It's starting to shift out over here, VIP. So I am going to start looking for some downside action, maybe some consolidation while that happens. Same thing on the stochastic RSI. You just have that momentum that's just been flat over here. We are going to be expecting to go below that 20. When that happens, I'm going to be expecting this thing to be coming down. It's going to take some time. It's not going to take, actually, this is on a 4-hour chart. So this is from February over to March, so a couple weeks. What about over here? Became overbought somewhere in this area. Let's just say February 5th over to February. Okay, so about a week and a half right here. Overbought the beginning, January 14th over to January 19th. So yeah, so about a week. It might take about a week, maybe a week and a half before you come back down, but be looking for that area. Be watching to see if you get that bounce off of the support level that we had at 47 on the RSI. If you drop below the 47, that's totally fine. But just go ahead and start leaning in a little bit more heavy when you start getting closer to that 30. You don't have to come down and hit it perfectly, but as long as you're coming down within this area, I would start to be leaning in, start taking a little bit bigger positions if you are huge on this coin. Okay, let's take a look at price action. I want to see what's happening right now. That's insane, dude. This is crazy. This thing's just moving up. Like I said, doing TA on this is going to be quite difficult. Nothing's being respected. Literally nothing is being respected on this. But do you see how this looks, Hydra? Do you see how this is very hard for me to do TA on? It's very new. Price action has just kind of been all over the place. So it's going to be kind of a short TA, my friend. I'm really sorry. I can't really give you more on this. I hope we are looking at the right chart here, because we're not. I'm gonna, if it's too new, can you do audio? Well, we're already doing the TA right now for you, man. So let me see if we can, maybe we might be able to take a fib right there. Is anything being respected? Yes, kinda. And we're gonna break it down to a 1 hour chart over here. Not a lot of trading that's happening. This has to be a very small market cap, because there's not a lot of trading. You can see there's a lot of sparseness in here, but nevertheless, it's still kind of holding up kind of beautifully. You can see we took our swing high down to our swing low over here, and what we did is we came up and we hit that 618 perfectly twice over here. Couldn't quite hold it. You came back down, you caught that support at the 382, which is $13.39, and then you started taking off. Really, you kind of just went parabolic at that point. I mean, those are huge gains from that bottom to that top over there. We're looking at about 33%, so looking really good. You're still up here, but like I said, you're overbought like crazy. We are going to be looking for a downturn, and like I said, it's going to be really hard to try to give you any support levels on here. And the only support level I can probably be seeing on this kind of thing, when this thing takes a dip, and let's go ahead and do some measured moves from here down to here, 23% drop. What about from here to down here, 29% drop? Okay, so we're within a range of how much we like to consolidate before we have to move to the upside. 27%. Okay, that's good data. What about this move to down here? 20 to 30%. Okay, so we can probably expect that you're going to be taking anywhere from like a 20 to 23% drop on Hydra. So where can that take us? Let's just take an estimation, and let's say 20 to 30%. So that 20, I'm going to say you're going to be catching support over here at $18. You may not even go down that far. It is possible that you could come down and hit $19, maybe even $20. No, $20 is too high. I'm thinking $19.13 is going to be an area of support down below, going all the way down to, and look at that. Look how beautiful that is. That's taking you exactly to the golden mean ratio. I know you can see that right there. Okay. That is a possible area of support. As you see, that has been support for you previously in the past. Those are going to be the areas that I'm going to be looking for. Watch out. Okay. Look for those indicators. Look at that RSI. And like I said previously before, look for those areas that we're going to be testing for support. If it breaks through the support and comes down to the 30, lean in. Lean in pretty heavy. Not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but that's what I would be doing. So yeah, so we have our areas of supports. It is possible you don't have to drop down about that low, but I think you are anywhere from 23 to 30%. Is it time to take profits right now? If that were me and I was in a position, I don't know where you got your position at. If you actually go ahead and let me know, VIP, what position you did take on. And I'm not going to give you advice, but I'm just going to like say, like, if that were me, you know, legality wise, I have to. I'm sorry. I know it's terrible. You're doing the right coin. I appreciate your insight. Absolutely, dude. So I was able to give you somewhat of a TA on it, right? You know, we were able to see those drops previously in the past, anywhere from 23 to 30% drops. You're at the top right now. You're at the top right now. And like I said, that 23% drop is going to be taking you over to $19.13, and then down to the golden mean ratio, which we know is going to be pretty heavy support for you at $16.77. So be looking out for those areas. I think we can probably that's safe to say that that's probably going to happen. Depending on, I'm not seeing, I know it's delayed a little bit, but I'm not seeing any positions that, it's okay. You don't have to tell me your position if you don't want to, but for me, if this were me and I was holding and I had bought previously, doesn't even matter. I mean, even if you bought over here, like yesterday, you bought yesterday at 19, it's up 23, I would take profits. I would definitely take some profits, wait for that RSI to come back down, and then rebuy in and get more coin. I mean, why not? It's very clear. It's very obvious where you're going to be heading right now, but that's about it that I have for you, VIP. I'm very sorry I wasn't able to give you more, but I did my best. I really did do my best. So thank you. Thank you very much. All right, Greg E, let's go move on. Man, it's so dry here in Colorado. All right. I wonder if it's still snowing outside. It's so beautiful today. Just all the snow falling. I was wondering if I was going to be having any trouble Disregard the audio comment. You are hooking me up with the Hydra analyst. Okay, cool. Awesome. Yeah, dude. I mean, if you want to take a look at audio, I mean, let me know. We can go take a look at audio too. Oh, did Speaker ever tell us if he wanted to take a look at a coin? Oh, okay. He did tell us that. Okay. So, okay, before we can move on to... Oh, we were supposed to do that before Hydra. Hey, I'm very sorry, Speaker. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do that now for you. I'm just seeing that it's just kind of hard normally. Just a suggestion, go ahead and use the super chat in the future and include it in the message. It's just easier for me to read. The stickers are cool. You know, I like the stickers, but it's just easier for me to read. So we got AN, what was that? KR and DGVC. You got it. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at those right now before we move on over to MTV next. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. I believe we were looking at A and KR yesterday. Let's go ahead and let's see. Oh yeah, we were looking at it yesterday. I wonder what it's done since we've talked. Okay, so still consolidating, very nice. Moving to the side. I don't even have to look at indicators because if I do, I probably just going to be moving to this. Oh no, that's right. This thing was overbought like crazy, and you were showing some. Yeah, you were showing some hidden bearish divergence on the RSI. Okay, here's the daily on ANKR. Like I said, I was showing yesterday. Somebody had asked for this. Was that you yesterday, Speaker? I don't think it was you, actually. Somebody asked for this yesterday. But you can see that we do have hidden bearish divergence, and it was almost flat. We were talking about this yesterday. It was almost flat, but it is moving to the downside. We have price action, which we hit this high right here on our RSI. That came up, that wicked up, and that hit that 9-cent area. And then you came up back again, but it was a little bit lower, just a tad bit lower on the RSI, which you came up and you came over here and you hit 22 in your price action, which is showing a little bit of weakness, but we know that weakness is coming. We see this weakness. We see that our momentum is starting to shift over here between the 12 and 26-day moving average as your stochastic RSI has taken a turn and we're starting to move down. So it is looking a little bit bearish right now. I believe some targets that we were looking for to the downside we're going to be, and let's move over to a 4-hour so I can go ahead and see. So this is a very strong support area for you right now. We're going to talk about downside just because that's what the charts are telling me. And then we're also going to be looking at price action to the upside, possibly that could be happening. But these are going to be your areas of support over here. Where do I want to take that? I'm going to go ahead and say about right there. Then you have another area of support over here. I really don't think you're going to be dropping below that 9-cent area, but nevertheless, it's still something that we're going to be needing to take a look at. Do I have any previous data? No, I don't. This is everything that I have. Okay, so these are the areas of support that we're going to be looking out for down below as we are showing a little bit of bearishness, and that's okay, man. I mean, you've been on this really huge tear. You've been pumping up to the upside for quite some time. You can see since the beginning of the year. You were all the way down here sitting at that, wow, under almost half a penny. Almost half a penny, man. Wow, that's insane. And this thing came up and it's up 3,000% in just 3 months. 1,000% on average a month. It's time to take a break, man. It's time to take a break, a little bit of a cool off, come back down, test some of these supports before we can start seeing movement to the upside. This is what I'm going to be looking for. I don't think you're going to be getting a breakout that's going to be moving to the upside. I really do think you're going to be looking for that 12-cent area, 12 cent, 12.6. We're going to be looking for that 11-cent area. And at the most, I don't think you're going to be dropping anything more than 9 cents on ANKR. But let's go ahead, and I want to go ahead and take a Fibonacci and see if any of these lines kind of coincide with our supports. Where do I want to take that? That's the question. I'm not going to get much data if I do it from down here. I doubt I'll get any data if I do it from down there. Let's just try it. This is the whole thing about TA, is you need to experiment. Yeah, no. Let's just take it down there and see if it was being respected, though. It was being respected beautifully. Look how long you stayed within the 786 to 618. Boom. Popped out of it. Did exactly what you're supposed to do. You were expecting to double after that, which you clearly doubled. Okay, I'm going to take a short-term Fibonacci just so we can see what kind of price actions we are going to be looking for. Let's take this one right here. Let's take it from this swing high down to this swing low? Was it being respected? That's what I'm looking for to see. Yes, it was being respected actually very well too. You can see how the 618 was resistance for you right there previously over here as well. Once you broke above it, you came over to the 786 and you got denied really hard. You came back down to that really comfortable support level that you were holding at the 382. That was going to be that 7 cents area. 7 cents was a really big support level for you down here below. But once you were able to break through, and watch this, okay? Once you were able to break through the 618 and the 786, you went parabolic and you had a huge correction. The reason why you came back so hard was because you had never confirmed that 786 as support. It's very crucial within a Fibonacci that you come back and you test that 786 before you have that resumption. And you can see that N shape pattern right there. It's a really big one, but nevertheless, that is confirmation. That's the buy signal. That is the buy signal right there that you were looking for. You can see our previous resistance lines were actually being respected very well as well. So the 2618 over here, that was an area of resistance. You did wick above it. The wicks tell us a story, but the bodies, I'm sorry, the wicks tell us, yes, the wicks tell us a story, but the bodies tell us the facts, and the bodies were staying below that resistance the entire time. You finally broke above it, and look where you came up and you hit exactly, my friend. You came over here to the 4618. You hit that resistance perfectly. Like I said, the bodies tell us the facts, but the wicks tell us a story. A lot of selling going on once you came up and you went above that 4618. You came back down and you hit the support over here. If we go ahead and look at the daily, like I said before, you are showing some bearishness. You're showing some bearishness. You've been overbought. You're showing some hidden bearish divergence on the RSI as your stochastic, your momentum is starting to move down. And also, same thing over here on the MACD histogram, and the oscillators are starting to curve out, and we are going to be looking for a cross here within the near future. Are you going to be taking profits? Where is your exit strategy? Have you already taken profits? Are you looking for a buy entry? What exactly are you looking for on over here? But like I said previously, areas of support that we are going to be looking out for below for A and KR are going to be, like I said, we're going to be looking at the 13-cent area for support as well, along with the 12.5-cent-ish area, and then also 11 cents. Like I said, I really don't think you're going to be coming down all the way over here to 9 cents. That would be a pretty big drop. And based off of previous data, based off of what this thing has done in the past, let's go ahead and let's look at the drops that we've had in the past. Okay, 27%, 33%, 33% again over there. This was a little bit bigger of a drop. I want to take it from this one though. 47% drop. I almost don't want to count that one just because it was so crazy. 27% drop. 26% drop. So you have that average of taking about that 27% drop. Let me just take one more so you can kind of see about 31% drop. Okay, so between 25 and 30% drops is what we're going to be looking for. That's kind of an average, kind of normal for you. Currently with this drop that you had right now, that was a 28% drop, but the indicators are telling me that we're going to be going much further. So you might be taking a bit of a further drop from here, and let's take it down to 20. So look at that, between the 12 cents, 12.5 cent over to this line over here. We're going to take about to about 33 cents. I think this is really going to be the zone that you possibly could be looking for if you have a potential drop. That's just my opinion. I'm just some random guy on the internet. I'm just doing an analysis just based off my opinion. I think that's an area that you could possibly go down, have a bit of a cool off. You've been on a tear. Like I said, you're up 3,000% for the entire year. It's time to take a break, man. Time to take a little bit of break, a little bit of consolidation. You can see that you are in a descending pattern, a descending triangle, and descending triangles are bearish patterns. You see this time and time again. I can go ahead and show you an example over on Bitcoin when we had a pattern just like this, but you're approaching the apex of that descending triangle right now. In a descending triangle, it's a very bearish pattern, very bearish pattern. So like I said, we are looking for movement to the downside. I'm going to be looking within this area to see what kind of tests that we can have. So those are our supports that's what we are looking for. I hope you enjoyed that TA right there. Let's go ahead and move on to your next TA. Hey, Marquise Walls, what's up, man? Thank you for the 10. I really appreciate that, brother. What did you say over here? I'm back. Welcome back, dude. Wondering about DGTX, zero fee futures, trading project. All-time highs 15 cents before they had a working site. Full site coming soon. News in April. Wondering what you think. Absolutely, dude. Let's go ahead and add it to the chart here. We're at it. I'm sorry, add it to the list here. DJTX. Okay. And wow, we've only been live for an hour, a little over an hour. Not too bad. Remember, guys, if you are enjoying this content, please hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Really appreciate that. Okay. What was the next one? DGVC. Let me see what I got here. Okay, all I have is something wrapped in ether. I guarantee that's not what you're going to want to look at. I'm just going to go ahead and make sure I still type that in correctly. Over here, speakers. DGVC. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to chart this for you. Well, the only thing I have is it wrapped on ether and Uniswap. I guarantee you're not going to want to look at it wrapped in ether. It's not going to give you anything on there. So speakers, if you would like to look at a different coin, go ahead and let me know. I'm going to be looking for it in the comments section. Max, if you were still in here, could you go ahead and let me know when Speaker does let me know what kind of coin he wants to take a look at? Sorry that we weren't able to take a look at that coin for you, man. It's just not on TradingView. It's not on any platforms or exchanges that I can really do a TA and take a look at it. I mean, I could probably go look it up somewhere else, but I won't give you a very accurate reading on what's happening. Is it called Dusk? If you guys know what that coin is. Oh yeah, it was before that. Marquise. How do you pronounce that? Marquise? Yeah, we have the DGTX that we're going to be taking a look at. His was DGVC though. Let me just do a quick search on it real quick. DGVC. Is it a token, coin, price chart? Let's go look at it in CoinGecko real quick. Currently sitting at $7.64. Yikes, had a bit of a dip today. Holy crap, past 14 days has been up 500%. Past 30 days, 1400%. I wish I could take a look at this for you, man. I just don't know. Let me see if I can look it up like this. Okay, let me look at the name. We'll try one more thing, and if not, we're going to go ahead and move on. I like how it's called DGen. Yeah, it's all wrapped in ether, man. I really can't get you anything on this, man. Okay. I'm going to be looking for you. OSM. Okay. Nothing, dude. I'm so sorry. All these coins that you're giving me, they're all these new coins that are not even on a lot of exchanges. Nothing I can even do for you. I got nothing on OSM either. Really sorry about that, speaker. The token. Yeah, I looked that up. Couldn't quite find it. Sorry, speaker. We could try one more. If you want to try another coin, we can see. But man, yeah, all these other coins are not popping up for me. Let's go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin before we can get speaker to come out and tell us what he wants to take a look at. Baby new. Yeah, I bet it is. No problem. Okay, man. Yeah, just let me know. Absolutely. See, Bitcoin currently sitting at 58,600. Kind of just sitting in the middle, not really doing anything. NMR, though. We talked about NMR. If you guys know me, we would talk about NMR for quite some time. Check it out. Above the 618, caught it as support. Coming back, going to be coming up and testing at 58 bucks. $58. Currently sitting at $52. Lots of gains to be made. Still sitting about 10% away from there. It'd be a nice trade. 10%. I'll take a 10% trade any day. So, yeah. Okay. We're going to go ahead and move on. And we're going to go take a look at, oh, that's right, MTV. Music television. So, wow, all on KuCoin. I have Tether, and then the token. Wow, that's the only one I got. Okay. That's all I got. That's the only chart I got. Let's see if it's a good one. Oh, yeah, great chart. Hey, what's up, Crazy Chef? Welcome back. Yeah, dude, you got it. Hey, thank you for going through Streamlabs, by the way. I do get 100% of those proceeds, and I really appreciate you doing that. So thank you so much, man. That's probably the best way that you can contribute. VRA. I was looking at VRA today actually, and I was actually really impressed with what I was looking at. I was like, wow, this thing is really taking off. It's doing really good. So, okay, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at MTV, then DGTX, and then VRA after that as well. Wow, good data. Love to see the data like this. Running into that resistance, you broke that resistance, and you're turning into support right now. Huge. Huge. Wow, dude, this is looking really good. It's kind of like one of those things like because it's looking very good. It's doing very good. And the nice thing is it hasn't really fully taken off. Down here you were sitting at gosh, what is that? 1,000th of a penny? 100th of a penny? Or something like that. Anyways, but you can see that the support that you had previously back here, that was resistance for you in the past, you broke above it. See how this resistance was right here? You broke back above it, and now you turn it into support. It's really bullish. Okay, this is on a daily. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on over here. Ooh, look like you're about to have a pretty big cross. Oh, showing some hidden bearish divergence. Hidden bearish divergence, and it's very apparent, very obvious within the charts. You can see how our momentum, negative momentum, is moving to the downside as price action is moving to the upside right there. Very bearish, very bearish. You are sitting at 59 on the RSI as you were overbought for quite some time. Not only are you showing the hidden bearish divergence on the MACD, but you're also showing it on the RSI as well. Negative momentum moving to the downside. You were starting to weaken. Starting to weaken very much. Same thing on the stochastic RSI, momentum moving to the downside. So we're going to be looking for some movements to the downside. It does look like you are in, that might be an ascending wedge. Yeah. It looks like you are in an ascending wedge kind of pattern. So we're looking a little bearish, on the short term. Gonna kind of want to see where we're going to be going with this. This thing is pretty big. I want to take a Fibonacci across the whole thing because that's going to be giving us probably the biggest data points that we have. Man, that's kind of a weird fib, but it's being respected. It's being respected. Okay. Now, just because we're looking bearish like that doesn't mean we necessarily have to go to the downside that much. We could be taking a consolidation and we can be moving sideways so that we can start building momentum and gaining strength within our indicators. It took you such a long time to try to get above this 236 line over here. It took years, literally took years for you to play that out. But nice backspring that you had right here. So you have this resistance that was sitting at about somewhere about right there. You had all of this resistance. You broke, you sprung up, you came back, tested the backspring, and when you did that, dude, traders went crazy. That's when they started buying, started leaning in really heavy. Then boom, it took you all the way up to the 236 line over here where it was resistance. Let's go to a 4-hour. We're on a 4-hour chart right now looking at MTV. And you can see that you had a pretty nice consolidation pattern that was happening within this area over here before you decided to break above that 6-1 or the 236. 236 was resistance for you, resistance. You broke above it, turned it into support, and currently you are making a descending triangle as well. Very similar to what we were looking at over on ANKR. ANKR also had a descending triangle, which is a pretty bearish pattern. So I'm going to be looking for a movement to the downside. But man, I really don't want you to go below that 236. That 236 line is going to be holding us up against, if I can grab this, it's going to be 0.0082. I really want you to stay above that 0.0082, and I'm kind of afraid you might be catching supports down below that. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that we're bearish and we're going to start moving to the downside. Like I said, we could just go sideways for quite some time. It might do something like this. You might be putting in some kind of pattern where you come up and look how you hit that 382 line perfectly. Hit that 238 line. Johnny, what's up, Johnny? Hey, thank you for joining us today. Thank you very much for that 10. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I want to look at C and D. Definitely going to be adding it to the list over here. C and D. Thank you. Thank you so much for that contribution. So, man, it's really hard to say. Like I said, your daily is showing a lot of bearishness. I mean, you are sitting at the 59 on the RSI, so it's not like you're going to be taking any huge drops soon. But it's what I'm worried about is this are these stochastics over here, is the 12 and 26 day moving average as they do approach this cross that is impending. What would be really, really nice to see. Okay, so not all hope is lost. Like I said, short-term bearishness. Do be expecting price action to be moving to the downside. I don't think you're going to be moving to the upside anytime soon. But when you start ending this green histogram, you're probably going to start rounding out over here and making a red histogram. But when you do that, look, you're creating hidden bullish divergence. Hopefully we can stay above this previous high that we had, or this previous price action that we had. So I don't think you're going to be coming down and hitting that 0.0004 area. So if that happens, that's actually looking really good. That's going to be an area that you're going to want to look in and start leaning in a little bit more heavy. Let's have the RSI come back down. Do we have any areas of support that we typically like to hang out on the RSI before we take? Yeah, so you really like to come down to the 38, and when you're below it, you're below it. When you're above it, you're above it. You see that we previously have used this as support and resistance in the past as well. But when you start already approaching that 38 level area on the RSI, that's when you start leaning in. You start leaning in a little bit more heavy. You start adding more to your position because you are expecting to have that bounce, and we can start moving to the upside. The really nice thing on this Fibonacci is you've already retraced after 3 years 23%. That's good. You're starting to break those resistances. You even had an attempt to go over and break the 38% retracement zone on the Fibonacci. So you're looking bullish. There's a reversal, but there's going to be some time for it to kind of cool off. Like I said, you did have this backswing that you tested and you started moving to the upside really quickly. The percentage gains between that and up there were 1,000%, my friend. So it's time to take a little bit of a cool off. Would I become bearish if you got below the 236? No, I really wouldn't become bearish about it, because this is really the first resistance that you had, and it really wasn't even that big of a resistance just on the Fibonacci. So it's okay if you drop below the 236. Normally you won't hear me say this, and this is just kind of going to be dependent for each chart. It's going to be different for everything. So I'm okay if you're coming below the 236 line over here. Where I really don't want to see you go below is going to be that 0.0015 area. Drop below that area, then I'm going to start feeling a little bit weird about it. And we'll see. We'll come back and we'll see what's going to be happening with that. So possible areas of support that I think you can probably go down and hit below. Let me go to a 4 hour real quick. Okay, those are going to be the areas of supports that I'm going to be looking at down below. So be on the lookout for the 236 line, which is going to be that 0.0028 area. Also the support line over here, the 0.0019, and then the 0.0015 area. I think it is possible for you to be coming down and taking a little bit of a break before you have any resumptions to the upside. But ultimately, you're looking bullish on the short term, a little bit bearish. Like I said, wait for those to come in, and then we can talk a little bit more about what's going to be happening to the upside. Let's say all of that gets negated, and it's just we've just told the indicators, like, screw you, I don't care, it doesn't matter, I'm bullish, and people start buying this and it starts going up because they're excited, because they're within the fib. It's very possible. It's very possible. Areas that you're going to be looking for resistance up above, and then I'm going to want to see you turn into support initially, is going to be that 0.0045 area. If you can come over here and turn that into support, we're going to go ahead and forget about all of everything I just told you about that bearishness and the hidden bearish divergence, and it's just going to start moving up. Like I said, we want to take these things with a grain of salt. TA is to give us an edge of where we think the market is going to be going. It's not the end all be all. We know crypto likes to have these crazy days where it just starts pumping. As you can see, that's what it did. You know, the past, what was that, month or so, went up 1,000%. So you never know. You never know. But if you can come over here and break 0.0045, we're going to change our tone. We're going to change our tone about this, and we're going to be starting to look for further upside on there. So I hope that helps you out a little bit. We have our supports. We kind of have our resistances of what we're going to be looking at. We have a feel of what's going to be happening within this coin. But dang, dude, like, this is, I mean, ultimately long term, if you're holding long term, good for you, man. Because this is ultimately, that's probably where you're going to be going, is going to be going much higher. And it's so cheap. Gosh, it's so cheap right now. So cool. Good looking coin, man. What else we got in over here? Been live for about an hour and a half here. Okay, we're gonna finish up these last 3 coins we're gonna be taking a look at. So no more contributions, guys. I really appreciate everyone who's come in here and made their contributions, but I try to keep these under 2 hours, as once I get to that 2-hour mark, my brain is just fried and I just can't really do much after that. And I want to try to be fresh for you guys tomorrow as well. So if you guys want to take a look at a coin, let's go ahead and take a look at it for tomorrow. GRT is pissing you off, Johnny? No way, man. GRT should not be pissing you off right now. It's doing everything that it's supposed to do. It's going in the right direction. I mean, what more do you want, man? What more do you want on GRT? Look at this. Resistance, resistance, resistance. Boom. Got the breakout, got the confirmation, and you're getting the resumption. You're getting the resumption. It's just a matter of time before you break $1.87. Ah, dude, you should be super bullish. We have a breakout target over here about $3. 3.14 pi. We're looking for pi. The pie in the sky for GRT. All right, let's go look at DGTX next. DGTX. Please give me something. Digitex. Cool. We have the one calculated by TradingView. Typically one of my favorites that I like to look at. Let's look at the one that hit BTC. And that's it. Wow, one says up 20%. The other one says 41% on the day. Insane. Insane. Beautiful chart, my friend. Holy crap. Holy crap. Beautiful chart. What the heck, dude? Is this the right one? Yeah. Yeah, it sure is. Why is it so different between exchanges, though? The prices are very different. Which one do I want to take it from? I like this chart better. So we're going to be taking it from this one. Wow. Wow, Marquise. That looks pretty good. Can you just verify that we're looking at the right chart here? I'm pretty sure we are. But that's crazy, dude. This is looking beautiful. Actually, really beautiful. It was ugly for quite some time, but you're having the rebound. You had your, look at this beautiful double bottom. Deep, beautiful double bottom that you put over here. W formation, it went up. It broke this resistance line right here, and it turned it into support, and it's getting the resumption back off right now. Wow. Lots of areas of resistance, but like, here's your zone, okay? So here's your zone right there to... there. And right there as well. Okay, huge areas of resistance that we're going to try to get above over here. Can I take a fib on this? I believe we can. Let's see if any of these support resistances coincide with our... oh, wow, they're really close. Wow, they're really close. That's crazy. Okay. That's really crazy. So check out your 236 line over here. So the support lines that I had previously made before the Fibonacci is coinciding with that 236 line perfectly. And then same thing over here. That's going to be your 50% retracement is coinciding with it exactly. Gosh, nearly exactly on that. It's so pretty. A lot of work to be done, but this is really bullish, my friend. Looking really bullish right now, especially with this confirmation that you got. You turned that support, you turn that into support right there, which is really beautiful, and you're getting the confirmation up. Okay, next area target that you're going to want to be looking for is going to be that 3 cent area. It's going to be 0.032. It's going to be that 382 right there. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on the daily here. Oh, you wanted to cross so bad and you didn't. You got, look, it wanted to cross so bad right there and it said nope. Where's my thing? It said nope. And it started moving to the upside. It's because it got that bounce at the support level right there. You got that bounce, you got that breakout, and it's starting to break out to the upside. Hey, what's up, Drew? Good to see you here, man. Thank you for all the support you always give me. I really appreciate you, man. Bought your book. Can't wait for it to come in. Also, could you look at New Cipher? I see it pumping all the time overnight, but I can't figure out why it seems to be in flux. You got it, dude. We actually did look at New Cipher. If you want, I mean, I can do it again, I guess, for you, but that's really kind of pointless. You could probably... it was the fourth coin that we took a look at in the live stream. If you want, Drew, you can just go rewind and then watch the new cipher update that we did, and you can pick another coin if you would like. But I don't want to have to like charge you and do it again. Coming in with another 10. Thank you, Drew. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Also, could you look at AKRO? Did we look at that already? No, we didn't take a look at that one. Okay, so that one I can do for you, Drew. But go ahead and choose another coin, dude, instead of do cipher, and we can take a look at that for you as well. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for all the support you come in here, man. Much love, really, much love for you, man. You want to take a look at our coin again. Yesterday we looked at it, and with Bitcoin moving, just wanted to see what the TA says. Okay, gotcha. Well, yeah, definitely let me know what you want to take a look at, other than new cipher, since you got that in there. Currently looking at DGI or DG, what was it? DGTX. I think it's looking really good. I think it's looking really good right now. You're not even over bots. There is an area that you loved come hit on the RSI before you start taking a dip. It's going to be the 90 on the RSI as well. You've only hit it 3 times previously in the past, and it was that previous time that you just did that hit you, or that hit that time. So current goals that you want to try to go up and hit right now. You are going to be running into resistance. Oh, that's very obvious right there. Not only was it I'll just go back and rewind. You can do reef again instead of giving. Okay, yeah, sure. Let me do reef. Add it to the list there. Okay. Let's go over here. Okay, next area of resistance. Obviously, it's going to be that previous all-time high over here, but you can see that it was a support way back here. And you can see it was support way back here. Also support way back here as well. So that's going to be an area that we're going to be looking to try to get above in the short term. You still have a lot of work to be putting in, but given this reversal signal that we have, this double bottom pattern, I think it's over. I think this downward action is over, and we're going to start moving to the upside. We got 45 minutes left on the day before we have our daily close. And let's see. So you do want to try to get above that 2.5 cent area. Once you get above 2.5 cents, you're going to be heading straight up over to the 236, which is going to be 3 cents, just a little over 3 cents. When you can try to get above 3 cents over here, let's go talk some more. Come back to the live stream and let's talk about this coin a little bit more. Currently, let's take a look at the EMA. Beautiful, dude. On the daily, it's been so long. It has been so long since you have been above that 21 EMA, and you've been holding it as support. But look, all throughout here, resistance. Boom, you came over here, you tried to hold it, boom, couldn't do it. Right back down below it, you got above it. But look at this confirmation. Okay, you got that conviction, which is really bullish that you got that confirmation at that 21 EMA right there. Boom, came back down, and you're getting that resumption off, especially because that was the previous resistance level before. Looking good. Okay, so like I said, we have our resistance levels up above. Come back in a couple days, come back to the live stream. I'll be doing a live stream tomorrow. I wouldn't say do it, ask for it tomorrow. Give it like 3 or 4 days before we can start seeing possible movements to the upside. Other than that, looking pretty good, man. A lot of potential. You have a lot of potential within this coin, and it looks like it's going to be moving. I'm going to save this chart for the next time you do come in and ask for it. But currently, man, yeah, you're looking good. You're looking really good right now. So those levels that we're going to be looking for, I'm not going to be looking for anything down below. I'm really am not. So that's what we got. Looking pretty good. VRA is what we're going to do next. And then, like I said, guys, we're going to start wrapping this up here pretty soon. So please, no more contributions, no more coins that we're going to be taking a look at, just because, like I said, my brain just becomes really fried when we do too many coins, and my voice is already starting to get a little hoarse. And you guys want me to be refreshed and ready for you tomorrow, so we can go ahead and do this tomorrow. Where's VR? There it is. Which chart did we use? What's this one? Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh. Oh, look at that, dude. We hit our target perfectly. Okay, not perfect, but it hit it. And it's been a while since we've looked at this, right? It's been quite some time. Whoever came back here and asked me about this previously in the past, we were looking for that breakout target. That's what that green line is right here. That breakout target was going to be taking us over to that 3 cent area. Look where you're at right now. It has unfolded. It took some time. Like I said, these things don't happen overnight, but eventually that is going to be the breakout target. We've hit that we hit the breakout target beautifully, and you're holding it as support right now. Oh, I get so excited about this stuff because it looks so beautiful. So much money to be made in these markets, guys. It's looking really beautiful. But what is even really better about this pattern is when you have that breakout, you came back down and you started making this structure, this double bottom structure. So bullish, so massively bullish. I'm so glad this is playing out and looking really good for us. Okay, we can get rid of that Fibonacci as it is not valid anymore. We had our target. Boom, done. We're moving on. Looking so good, my friend. Looking so good. Absolutely beautiful. Wow, look at that. Look at your stochastic RSI over here below the 20 for quite some time, and then you're starting to have that movement to the upside. You have this rounding out pattern, that double bottom that we were talking about in the 4 hour that happened down here, rounding out, and we're starting to move up. We have targets that we're going to be looking forward to the upside, looking massively bullish right now. Technically you are overbought on the RSI, but you know that there's a level that you like to come over and hit on the RSI before you have any kind of sort of pullback. You have 2 levels actually. You have that top one and you have this bottom one over here. You're quite a ways away from that. You're sitting at the 80 right now. We still have to go up to the 86 and the 94 before we start becoming overbought and taking a little bit of a pullback. Okay, next area of resistance. Let's go back to a 4 hour because you are holding. Remember we made these lines a long time ago? You're holding that support line that goes back. You got to go to a weekly. Where is it? Oh, that's all the data we have? I thought this was a much bigger chart. Okay, apparently not. Apparently not. How did I come up with that resistance line? I don't know. I must have just done it in the past. And anyways, it's working out now though. Why did I make that resistance line? I don't know, but it's working. I don't remember how I did it. How did I get that resistance line? How did I get a resistance line over here? Oh, because that's at 3 cents and 4 cents. Psychological resistances. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Look how well they're playing out, dude. Oh, it's so beautiful. Okay, next area of resistance that I'm going to be looking for within this over here. Now we can make a beautiful Fibonacci. Beautiful Fibonacci over here. Wow, so beautiful. Look at that. Came up, hit the 786, boom, got to 9. 786, boom, got to 9 as well. Finally got above the 618, turned it into support, and boom, took off. You came back. You had an attempt to try to touch. You didn't quite fully touch it over here at the 786, and you're already taking off. You're sitting above that resistance level of about almost 3 cents. I bet you're just playing in here. You're putting in some kind of consolidation pattern right now. Yeah, you're putting in a consolidation pattern. You're getting the bounce off the 21 EMA right now. And I think you're going to be coming over here to the golden mean ratio, which is going to be taken to about just a little over 3 cents. 3 cents is going to be a psychological resistance that we're needing to get above that. After you get above 3 cents, and it's going to be 0.032 and then 0.035, 3.5 cents over here at the 618. That's going to happen, my friend, with this momentum and with this movement that you're having to the upside. It is impending. It is going to be happening. If you go ahead and take a look at a 4 hour on the chart over here. Oh, look at this guy. He's getting all bullish over here. No, you don't say bye-bye to GRT, dude. You're so early on GRT. It's not even funny. I wish you could be in every trade, but that's just impossible. Investing in a few days made me really happy. Think about putting more in it. Not sure when would be a good time. I wouldn't do it right now, dude. I really wouldn't do it right now just because technically you are overbought and you are coming up to this line that you like to hit when you're a little bit overbought, and your stochastic RSI is showing the momentum. We're starting to move to the downside as the stochastics between the 12 and 26 day moving average over here are starting to move down as well. That is okay. That is totally fine. In the short term, we might see a little bit further downside. Possibly we could be coming down and touching the 21 EMA over here. That would probably happen. That's probably going to happen where you start coming down, getting a bounce. I do not expect you to be going any lower than 2.5 cents. Okay, that 3 cent area is going to be pretty heavy resistance. You've never done this before. 3 cents is going to be a heavy area of resistance. Do expect a pullback. Like I said, you've been having all this movement to the upside. Haven't really had a retracement yet since the bottom over here when you were sitting at about 1.5 cents to the top over here. 90% move. 90% move to the upside. It is time to take a little bit of a break, but I'm bullish. I'm bullish, massively bullish on this coin. Like I said, have your your 21 EMA kind of curve out over here as you put in some kind of consolidation pattern, possibly even coming down. Wicking down to this level is going to be over at the 886. 2.5 cents is where I think the lowest this thing is really going to be going. Once you get that confirmation, you get that touch, guys, lean in. Lean in on this position over here because it's going to be going much higher after that. I think a second attempt to be coming over here and trying to break the golden mean ratio is going to be happening, and eventually you are going to be breaking 3 cents. That will happen. I can say that with confidence. It's going to be happening. So be taking a look at it. Like I said, massive double bottom structure that you're putting in over here. It's looking really good, really bullish. A little pullback on the short term, but nevertheless, in the long term, we are looking for the end results. And I'm not kidding. 8 cents. 8 cents is what we're going to be looking for within the next few months. Just the next few months, guys. I kid you not. The 4618 is where we're going to be going. Like I said, within this Fibonacci, whenever you have a breakout over here, expect the double. That double takes you up to 6 cents, but it's not going to stop there. That 6 cents is above that 2618. Not a lot of resistance between the 2618 and the 4618 over here, guys. These moves happen really quickly, especially when you start getting above the 1618, which is going to be 3.5 cents. So breaking that 3 cents area, getting up to 3.5 cents, breaking above that, that's when you start making the big gains. That's when it starts moving up really high. Really bullish on this coin right now. Like I said, a little bearish in the short term, long term, very bullish. Looking beautiful, absolutely beautiful on this coin. Very good choice of a coin. Massive, looking really good. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. We have 3 more coins to get through before we start wrapping up this live stream. I've never done this coin before. Let's look at the one calculated by TradingView on Binance. Let's go take a look at nice upward trajectory. Beautiful, nice dip. You had, oh no, it kind of looked like a cup and handle, almost. Ooh, nice data. Oh, beautiful data. Huge inverse head and shoulders that played out beautifully. Beautiful. I love charts like this. I love where I can see data to the left of me so I can kind of see and know where my areas of resistances are going to be above me. Wow, dude, so much potential. So much potential within this. Okay, no, that's good. Let's just go ahead and stick with that because you're at 4 cents right now. Getting up to 6 cents, that's not that far away actually. So let's go ahead and try to make a few more up here. Yep. Okay. I like that. Beautiful, beautiful. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Let's go over here. Oh, I can put in such a beautiful Fibonacci over here. Okay, so currently on the day, like a lot of these things that are showing us right now, we're about to get that 12 and 26 day moving average cross over here. That's totally okay. I would love to see this thing have some hidden bullish divergence. We're in an uptrend. It's going to be going up and it's very beautiful. Might be taking a little bit of a dip on the short term or possibly just a consolidation. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to see exactly what's going on, but just kind of based off of what I'm seeing, this upward trajectory, look how your steam is kind of rolling out a little bit. You see how we're starting to come out here and we're starting to kind of top and it's already starting to kind of curve. That's where you're showing you're losing a little bit of momentum, especially because we do have this hidden bearish divergence on the RSI. It's very apparent. It's very clear. We have this resistance. Strength is weakening, moving down as price action is moving up, but that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It's kind of like what I was talking about on the other coins over here. Let's come ahead and let's make a deeper red on this retracement zone. We'll be looking for possible support levels down below. I believe that one is going to be one as well. That will be giving you and creating hidden bullish. They'll be creating hidden bullish divergence, which will be giving you props for the next pump up to the upside. That's what I'm going to be looking for. That's going to be an area. Ooh, nice support level right here on the RSI as well. Beautiful support area. So you could probably go down to the 43. You're not too far away right now, sitting at the 62. I am going to be looking for that retracement down to the downside a little bit lower. Where are you currently sitting right now? Where are we going? That's what I want to know. Oh, beautiful. Oh, what a beautiful chart. I love it. I love it. Okay. So you could see the 382 line over here was resistance for the longest time. For the longest time, it finally broke above. It got into the 618 to 786 right here. 618, 786, and it played in this zone. It's just exactly what you want to see within a chart, exactly what you want to see. You got back above it, boom, you turned it into support, you had a pop up, and then you got rejected at the 1618. And then you started consolidating, started making this cupping formation, started moving that momentum. But look where you came back down and you tested support repeatedly over and over and over. Is that 786? That's beautiful. You see that? Look at that. 786 support the entire way, and once you caught that support, boom, you took off. And kind of like what I was telling you with the previous coin that we were looking at, once you get above the 786, man, it goes up pretty quickly. But you've been going up for quite some time. Maybe a little consolidation will take effect. I don't think you're going to be holding 3.5 cents for that long, as you are starting to lose that momentum. It is possible for you to come back down, break below that, and come over here to the 2.5 cent, back to the 2618 area. 2.5 cents is going to be the area that I'm going to be looking for down below. You're about 37% of the way away from there right now. If we go ahead and take some measured moves from here to there, that's about a 43% drop. This drop over here, 46% drop. So it's not out of the question to see, you know, pretty big drops like that. You can see that we previously have had these in the past before. So we take kind of like an average. That was 52%. So wow, when this thing dumps, it really dumps 42%. So yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if we took anywhere from let's just say 40 to 50% drop within this, and that's risky, isn't it? Like, man, can you imagine having weak hands with something like this over here? So a 40 to 50% drop, look at that. That's going to be, that 50% drop is going to be taking you over to that 2.5 cent area. And if we look at the RSI, like I was showing you previously before, when you were up at those areas and you had those drops, that's when that happens. So be looking for that. Where was that drop back here? That drop right there. Let me just look at it real quick. Right, so that was the 46% drop, give or take. But look where you were on your RSI. You were overbought. Then you came down over here below that 43 on the RSI. So be looking for this drop that's going to be happening. Not a whole lot to say about this coin other than, I mean, if you can try to hold 3.5 cents, great. If you can hold 3.5 cents and get above 4 cents, that 4.2 area, and you turn that into support, yeah, you're probably going to be going higher, but that's not what the charts are telling me right now. Anything can happen within crypto. I do think you're going to be coming down and having a bit of a cool off period, coming down to 2.5 cents. That's it, man. That's really it. That's what we're going to be taking a look at. What do you use for crypto transfers again? I use Stellar. So like anytime I'm moving coin, like let's say I'm moving coin from Coinbase over to Binance or something, I'm not moving it in ETH, you know, I'm not moving it in Bitcoin because the prices are too high. I'll move it over in Stellar. Stellar has really low fees. I know that it's a taxable event, you know, moving between the coins, but you know, I don't mind paying that little bit of extra tax for just try to negate some of those fees. I don't know. It just kind of depends on how much you're moving or what you're doing. But maybe you don't want to do a conversion because like I said, that is a taxable event and you could be paying a lot more for that at the end of the year. So do your math and see where, where you're going to be saving the most money. Okay, let's chug along here as we are approaching 2 hours on this live stream. Oh yeah, we were looking at this the other day. Okay, AKRO is what we're looking at next. Wow, doing beautiful things. Holding that trend line beautifully. We made this a while ago. Holding that trend line beautifully. You did get below it for a little bit, but then boom, you were able to get back above it, touch that 21 EMA, and you're moving to the upside right now, currently having resistance at the 7.5 cent area. That is what you need to get above. Get above 7.5 cents, you're going straight up to 8.5 cents. Then 8.5 cents over to 10 cent area is going to be what we're going to be looking for. Where are you going right now? Wow, dude, negative momentum moving to the upside, looking really good. Do you have any bearishness? No, I don't see. I see convergence, which just means continuation to the upside. Bullish, very bullish. This is on the daily. Negative momentum moving to the upside. You got your cross over here. You're on a very nice trend. You're moving to the upside, looking good. Momentum also moving to the upside in the stochastic RSI, not even overbought. You're sitting at the 62. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, Very easy. This one's very easy. Very, very easy. So next areas that we're going to be looking for, like I said, 8.5 cents up to 10 cents. 10 cents is going to be a very hard resistance for you to break above. Let me just fix my line right there for 1 second. Okay. Fix this one down here. That is going to be the areas of resistance up above. Once we can get back above the 618 to 786, turn this 10 cents into support. Bro, when you turn 10 cents into support, I kid you not, dude, you're going to be going up to 24 cents very quickly after that. Very, 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 very quickly. And that 24-cent area is going to be taking us between the 618 and 7, or the 1618 and 2618. And you already know, when you can get up into this territory, up in these boxes, this is when things start getting very volatile, because there's not much resistance up above you at that point. This is very real, very good upward trajectory. I love it. I love what I'm seeing on this chart right now. Very bullish, very simple. Very simple. You could possibly come back down and hit the 382 for support, which is going to be 6.5 cents, or even possibly coming down and touching this trend line again. I don't really expect that to be happening until about this area over here, which, like I said, is going to be 6.5 cents. But the goal right now is for you to get above 7.5 cents, that 50% retracement on our Fibonacci retracement. Come back down, test that as support, and let's go try to break through the 618. That's going to be a hard resistance. You may not do it on the first time. It might take some time for you to get through it, but eventually you do want to stay between the 50% retracement and the 61% retracement in this area over here. Eventually you will probably be running into this trend line, which will be forcing you to the upside, getting you into the area of the 618 and the 786. Yeah, that's it, man. That's it. Bullish. Really bullish, looking really good. Not seeing any signs of bearishness at all with them. It's very strong trajectory, moving in the right direction. Pretty new coin, looking good. Easy, cut and dry. Very easy. Jordan Clark, he's done with TA requests for a ton. Yeah, we've actually, gosh, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 requests, and yeah. I'm getting pretty fried here, almost approaching 2 hours over here. Let's go ahead and take a look at Reef, and then we're going to start wrapping this up here. We will be back tomorrow, guys. If you want to come see the live stream again, it's going to be 4 o'clock Mountain Standard Time tomorrow, 4 p.m. If you want to get notifications right away, the Telegram and the Discord links are down below. If you want to get an instant message to your phone, join the Discord link down below. You get the message, boom. As soon as I send it out, 500 different people get that message, and people come into the live streams, and you can take a look at some coins. What did Max? Drew asked for Reef instead of New Cipher. Oh, thank you, dude. Really appreciate that. Yeah, I caught that. We're going to be doing Reef here, and that's going to be the last coin we're going to be taking a look at. Thank you so much for doing that, Max. And so, yeah, join the Discord. Join the Telegram down below. Links are down below. If they're not working, Max, can you go get those links for me? I would really appreciate that. Sometimes the links don't work. They expire and stuff like that. But nevertheless, if you guys are liking this content, please hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. It really helps me, helps the algorithm with YouTube and trying to get the word out there. We're still very new. We've only been doing this for 3 months, and we're approaching 6,000 subscribers coming up here really soon. I'm very excited about it. So yeah. Oh yeah, Drew, we were talking about this yesterday. We're in an ascending triangle, Drew. So very bullish on Reef. It's going to be taking some time. We had a breakout target date towards the 20th of April. 420, bro. So it's going to be around that area where we're going to be having a breakout. I think, maybe. That's just the apex of this triangle that we are in right now. So, but that breakout target, Drew, let me just go ahead and show you where we possibly could be going with that breakout target. We'll take it over on 420, which is my birthday. I'm not joking. 420 is my birthday. I used to smoke a lot, and I don't smoke anymore. I was like a religious smoker, like every single day. Wake up, go to bed, wake up in the middle of the night, just have a little sesh, go back to bed, just feeling really good. But man, I haven't done that in a long time. I don't know. I just don't really care for it anymore. It's not that great. It never really served me, never really did anything for me. In my previous years, you know, it was cool. It was nice back then, but you know, I guess I grew up. At some point we all have to grow up, right? So anyways, breakout target over here, Drew, is going to be 7.5 cents, dude. That's a lot of gains. Okay. The reason why I say that is because that's the breakout target of this ascending triangle right now. Reef is fairly new, especially with the data that I have over here. Bullish. That is exactly what we are going to be looking for Reef right now. You can see we do have this negative momentum moving to the upside. Typically, when you have a pattern like that, that is what you are going to see in an ascending triangle as we build momentum and we start making higher lows. Eventually, we get up to that ice line. We eventually get up to that supply line, where there's just all the supply has been bought and it's time for it to make a move, which is why I think it's going to be going up to 7.5 cents. That's quite a ways away, 74%. I don't recommend ever taking a trade within a pattern like this. I would like to wait for it to have the breakout. When you get the breakout, then have the retest, and then boom, that's the confirmation, and then that's where we're going to be going after that. But at that point, we're already at 5 cents. It's not too bad. 5.5 cents. It's kind of hard to say, but you increase your odds a lot more by waiting. So that's still 28% of the way, but come on, we're in a bull market, right? We're in a bull market and we're crypto people and we like to act kind of impulsively, but I'm trying to help people not do that. Currently on the short term. Like I said, there's really not a whole lot that we can do on Reef right now. It is possible that we could have a bigger breakout. It might be up there. If that's the case, we'll take a second breakout and we'll go to the bottom and we'll say that that's the breakout, which that takes us to about 8.5 cents, maybe 9 cents. So a little bit of a difference of a way, but nevertheless, still a very bullish pattern. And gosh, there's really not that much to say about Reef other than that. We have to wait until April 20th. Yeah, I'm thinking about April 20th, maybe a little bit before April 20th, before we have a breakout to the upside. But we'll see. I think Litecoin already starts pumping. What do you say, sir? Litecoin's old. It's an old project. The developers have already said for a long time that they're not going to be updating the protocol at all. It's slow. I mean, relatively speaking to, the new stuff that's coming out, like Ethereum, when 2.0 comes out, it's going to be having 100,000 transactions a second. Litecoin is way, way less than that. If not, it's probably within the hundreds of transactions per second. It's just not that great. It's just old. It's been underperforming for quite some time. We haven't even broken all-time highs. We're actually not even near breaking all-time highs from the 2018 market cycle top for Bitcoin. It's just not. I was looking at Litecoin, I was like, oh man, this thing has so much potential. But then I started looking at the moves that it was taking, and I'm like, man, it's just not that much. It's just not really moving. I don't know. Not a huge fan. Not a very huge fan of Litecoin. I used to be a very huge fan of Litecoin, but I just don't see it. It's not in my bag at all. Anything that's moving really big right now, 24% on Ant. Good for you, Ant. Oh, wow, look at that. Ant. Look at that double bottom. Previous TA that we were doing on it. Look where it came back. Guys, this stuff does not lie. I hadn't charted this in so long. Look at that. 786. Got the confirmation. Kaboom. Went from 9 cents all the way over to 13 cents really quickly. Huge gains. Huge gains to be made. And over here, let's go Numeraire. Let's go. We're going to be going up to $58. It's going to be happening. Break $58, get the retest, and we're freaking out of here, dude. We're going to be out of here. Going to be going up to, what is it? I have my target over here of over $100. Actually, it's 100 and what is 100% measured move? $138. Go ahead and just put that 138 in here. What we're going to be looking for. Save it. There we go, NMR. Let's do it. It's going to take time. Stuff's not going to happen overnight. Nevertheless, looking really bullish. Did I cover everyone's coin? I just want to make sure everybody was really happy with all the TAs that I give. I want to make sure I get some feedback and everyone's doing good. Are we good? Did you guys enjoy it? Did you like it? We're starting to kind of slow down over here as we start moving in over the 2-hour mark on this live stream. We will be going live tomorrow, like I said, 4 o'clock p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Please adjust your clocks accordingly, and we'll be here again to do some more movements, to do some more TAs. The charts are going to be doing some movements for sure. I'm just going to continue to say this over and over and over. I am the biggest Ethereum bull you will ever meet. I know Ethereum like the back of my hand. I am an Ethereum miner. There's just so much I believe in Ethereum, and if it's one coin that I'm massively bullish on, the one coin that I love, if you guys like my TAs and you're like, this guy knows his stuff and he knows where things are going to be going, Ethereum is going to blow your freaking mind, guys. This isn't something that I'm holding on for 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years. No, this is 10 years, 15, 20 years. This is one of those huge projects that I just strongly believe in, and I've been leaning in heavily, massively heavily on Ethereum. Like I said, I got 60% of my bag in Ethereum. You watch. You're going to be coming back here later, and you're going to be like, dude, what the heck happened with ETH? What's going on with ETH? Be patient. Be patient and watch this thing explode. We're going to be having 20, 30% days like it's nothing. Like it's nothing. It's going to be going up to the upside. But anyways, hey, what's up, Sai? Tija? Hello? I think Litecoin already, or that was the same comment. Never mind. Who else we got in here? Enzy, hello, welcome back. No one requested mana. Like I said, we are going to be here tomorrow. Going to be doing some live streams, and yeah, I think we're going to start wrapping this up. Start moving on, go get some dinner, kind of chill out for the rest of the night. Thank you for everyone who made their contributions. You guys make this possible. I love you guys so much. We're almost at 6,000 subscribers. Huge milestone for what we've been doing so far. I really appreciate everyone in here. Thank you so much. And my name is Leland. And remember, it's all about the TA. I'll catch you guys in the next one.
Bruh.